Hello. Let's do this. I think we just have to go for it. Honestly, I think that's the only way this is ever going to happen. I think that's the only way it's ever going to happen is you just stop thinking so hard about how it needs to go and just do. Just do it. You can think about it afterwards. You can reflect. You can get better. You're not ever going to get better at something if you don't do it. You have to do the thing. You can't think yourself into being good at the thing. So we're here. We're here. Every path that I've attempted taking so far in life always leads me back here. I had a YouTube channel back in high school. I was kind of just playing around with it. I thought maybe I would do makeup or just general advice. That's kind of what I did. I just thought so hard about it that I overthought and I don't know, I psyched myself out. I've learned over the years, over the last decade, that sometimes your best work is you bite the bullet and do it. You just get it done. Some of my best essays were written at 4 a.m. the night before I turned it in. I think that I think that goes for a lot of people. I have to treat things like an assignment to get stuff done sometimes. Like there is no plan B. I don't know if you've been seeing that. People will basically say like what their plan A was, and it's usually their dream or what they want to look like. Maybe they want to lose weight. Whatever it is, they're like, this is plan A. You're supposed to swipe to plan B and it says there's no plan B. It shows the result of their whatever their effort got them to. I think that's great. The idea that you need to do what you want to do, like your life depends on it. Because guess what? Your life depends on what you are doing. The way your life goes, not today, but tomorrow, depends on what you do today. So if you have this dream, if you have this idea in your head of how you want to live, you have to start living like that today, or it's never going to happen. Like, when is it going to start? When is it going to start? I think that we've gotten wrapped up in an old idea that I'm sure has worked for some. I don't think it works for our younger generation. It's this idea that like you work and work and work your entire life. You reach a point where you get to be done working and you actually get to do what you want to do with your life. Even if that were still feasible today, which most of us know we don't really have a retirement option at the moment, sadly. Even if we had that option, I would not want to wait until I am retirement age to do what I want to do with my life. I want my life to be doing what I want to do. Probably the hardest class I ever took in junior high, it was actually career orientation. I dreaded that class. They would make us take quizzes and stuff to figure out what career we should go into. I think it told me that I needed to be like a doctor or something. I whatever it was, I knew I would have been miserable if I had gone that route. It's funny because we would take these quizzes and everything. The teacher, who a lot of people did not like her, she was pretty strict. But she did say one very true thing that I remember from that class. Of course, she used the typical phrase, if you get the right job, you won't work a day in your life. And that's not going to be realistic for everyone. Your job should help you live the life you want to live, whatever that means, and it shouldn't make you miserable. That's going to mean different things for everyone. Finding something that meets my needs and my interests has been so hard because if you're here, if you're listening to me, you are probably multi-talented. If you're watching this while multitasking, which you probably are, you're probably multi-talented. I'm going to assume. You know that there's more than one thing that you could be doing with your life. There are other paths you could take. I I think if you're multi-skilled, it can often feel like you're a novice in a ton of different things. but you're an expert in nothing. So if you were to go any of those directions just head first, you would run into a wall when trying to find a job, for example, because I think part of it's imposter syndrome. Also, you've learned a lot about this thing and can talk a lot about this thing. You may not know certain parts that would be necessary for a full career into it because you did not go to college for that one thing. You did not spend years studying this one thing. You just picked up on a lot of information from it really quickly, are really passionate about it. You could say the same thing about all these other things. That's where I've been. That's what's made this so hard. Even in that career class, I couldn't really come up with a definitive answer for what I wanted to do. Even with talking to a therapist, we would go down this line of questioning of what do you want to do with your life. We would just conclude that I could do literally anything we talked about. For everything, it was like, oh, I will need to do this, 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 and this, and this. And it was like all these kind of prerequisites, right? That I would need for not not necessarily for me to do a good job. Like I'm sure it would help, but it's more for that hiring person to communicate to them that I know what I'm talking about. It feels like the corporate world feels like a game. I don't really like it. What I do like is connecting with people, talking to you, sharing my thoughts and feelings in a way that I feel you can connect, and absorb and discuss. Doing this is something I'm afraid of. I have always been afraid of it. Every time I'll hype myself up, I'll plan, I'll write all these notes, I'll spend hours on how the set looks or how I look or whatever. In the end, I'm still terrified when I get behind this camera. I think that's what's drawn me back to it every time is because there are things that I want to share. I know that my thoughts and words have value. I know that this video might be a little rough. It may seem a little disorganized. We'll get there. I have to learn how to get comfortable with this. I forced myself to not decide on what was going to be talked about in this video. I didn't pick a title. I didn't pick a topic really. Anytime I would be watching other content or just living my life and ideas would come up of what I could talk about, I was like, just let this be, let this kind of be in the back of my head. If it comes up naturally, it comes up naturally. I just wanted to see what would happen if I just started talking. It's interesting because what ended up coming out was about doing things even when you're afraid. Doing things even though you know they're going to be imperfect. Because I don't know about you, I'm so tired of perfect. I feel like we have seen perfect. We are sick of it. We're sick of it. The world genuinely needs your imperfection, your messiness. Saying that made me think of like AI slop. You think of AI slop and you see blatant imperfection, right? I would so much rather have human imperfection versus AI imperfection. Human imperfection is so endearing. It's so beautiful. There's like a charm about it because we make mistakes. We also learn. We are fallible. We can laugh about it. We can joke with each other about it. There's no reason that a fear of coming off as imperfect should keep you from doing what you want to do. Literally the entire reason that you're here is to live your life. So you might as well live it well. You might as well live it the way that you want. What are you doing if you're not? I know some of us feel really stuck in whatever situation that you're in. The economy is not looking too hot right now. Whatever, like any morsel of your time, of your life that you can reclaim to do with as you please, do it. Absolutely take it back because it is yours. Maybe that means going to the park. Maybe that means calling in sick one day because your brain needs a break and you need to do some activities of your own, going outside or painting or just rest. Rest isn't just sleep. It's not. I mean, sleep is important. Trust. It's not just that. We need to find ways to reclaim the time that's just being strategically taken from us. Time is money. Time, you're constantly selling, not even selling, it's constantly being stolen from you, mostly by your phone. If we are just now meeting for the first time, my name is Malma or Malmy. I'm usually on your Instagram Reels or TikTok feed telling you to get off of your phone and go live your life in this beautiful world that we have. I also have a lot of thoughts and things that I prefer to do in a long way instead of a short way. And so if you ever need a little pal that tells you to go live your real life, I'm on those channels too. I'm also on here. So if you need me to stick by you while you wash your dishes or something before you go do something fun, something fulfilling for yourself, yeah, I'm here. Truly, the phones, it's not the phone itself. It kind of is because the companies are also predatory. It's the algorithms sucking you in. Everything is trying to keep you on there as long as possible. I've heard that a million times at this point. It's still, I have to remind myself, why do I feel like I constantly have to be on this thing? Why do I feel like it's enmeshed with the flesh of my hand? Like at this point, it feels like it's a part of my body. Why? I've recently, I'll just leave it somewhere and go do other things. And then I'll see that my friends called me or whatever, or my mom's like, hello. I get to say, I lost my phone. Sorry. Or my phone was in the other room. Even though I'm apologizing, it feels like a good thing. Oh, sorry. I was in the real world. Sorry I couldn't reach you. I was in the real world. Dang. I've also been thinking recently about how it's hard for even just like your regular person to not be on their phone all the time, but people who are chronically ill, for example, I do have Hashimoto's disease that makes me very tired and not as mobile. I have pretty bad joint pain. I also get really fatigued, like scared to drive type fatigue. Your whole body just kind of says we're done fatigue. So it's easy if you're stuck sitting or being less mobile to get it out and have something to do that way. There's also plenty that you can do sitting down. I kind of nest if I find a comfy spot, and I'll have like a crochet project, my iPad, a book, a journal, just all these different things around me that are not my phone and that don't require my phone. The topic of this video is supposed to be, I think, about reclaiming your life, honestly. You don't have to just do the things you want to do. You don't have to do it perfectly. Just have it out there. I have a friend who is a musician. He has never played in front of an audience. He refuses to. It infuriates him when I even mention it. I know he could. It's okay to have things for yourself. I don't know. If he wanted that to be a bigger part of his life, it's simple what he would have to do. I mean, the music industry is tough. So is being an artist, which I am, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I make art. You can go check it out. The entire job market sucks. You might as well do what you want to do and try really hard at the thing that you really, really like. Because at least if you're struggling, but you're struggling while doing something you absolutely love, isn't it kind of worth it? You're not going to hate that thing. The thing is, I could live the rest of my life just making art every day. I would be satisfied. just because I'm able to make art every day. Obviously, there's like fluctuations with that because I don't like being told what I have to make all the time. Like, I want to be able to create freely. I like making things for people. I don't want to be restricted, if that makes sense. I would just create and create and create. And that has so much value. I know people are worried about AI replacing people's jobs. It is scary. It sucks because you would think that the purpose of AI would be to do the hard stuff so that we can do not even the hard stuff, do the things that we don't want to do so that we can do the things we do want to do and excel at those things and get even better. That's what I assumed would be the ethos of it. No, instead, they're having AI do the things that everybody wants to be doing so that we're stuck doing the worst stuff. How does that make sense? No, I don't want a robot making art. I want to make art. I want all these other people to be able to make art. What do you mean? It's because the people that are in charge of these things, they're not thinking about other people. They're thinking about their own wallet. The only thing they're thinking of with that is how can I make money from making art slop. That's how they're thinking about using it. It sucks because if it was done in a more humanitarian way, it would be let's have it do all the miserable tasks so that we can do the things that we're passionate about and love. If someone loves computer science, right? Like a certain part of coding that they're just so freaky about. This is all they want to do all day long. Maybe an AI can do it, but let the human do it. Let the human do it. Duh. It all comes down to money, of course. Of course. You might as well be making the things you want to be making. People are so sick of perfection. What you're like by you doing the thing that you want to do imperfectly, it's automatically more valuable to a lot of people than the stuff that's being done perfectly. Sitting down on this couch right now, I don't have a lot of fancy equipment. I put a microphone on this flower that my partner made me. That's nice. I like that. That's all I got. I'm doing my best and very informally speaking to you about whatever pops up in my mind. I'm doing it very imperfectly. You're here. You're listening to me. I think you're enjoying your time here. I was scared. I was scared. I'm pretty sure I have a clip where I was setting up and I said I'm getting nervous. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm getting nervous. Now I'm starting to get nervous. If you do the thing that makes you feel like that, but it's the thing you love to do, you get extra points if it's imperfect, okay? I feel like I've talked long enough. I kind of got to the point. This was a really wonderful time. I can't wait to do it again. If you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you can follow me at XOMalma. You could also check out my shop, shopmalma.com. I'm about to release some t-shirts as well as, well, I'm still working on that. I got some new prints that are in the works. I'm getting a lot more complex with my illustrations. It's taking longer. I think it's going to be worth it. I'm pretty proud of how they are looking so far. Malma or Malmy, that's kind of what I go by, right? I have Malmy's Cozy Mail Club. It is a monthly mail subscription through Patreon that you can join for just $5 a month, and I will send you a postcard. You usually get a little sticker, and you'll get a little side quest. You can also get a second tier. It's $10 a month if you want 2 postcards instead of 1. And you can also choose to give me a second address with that tier. I will just send it out to a friend or family member, whoever that you've given me the second address to. So you can have 2 subscriptions at once, basically. I'm not officially sponsored by Current. However, I've been using them for years now. I just want to say Current banking has helped raise my credit score from the 500s to now like 730. I have a credit builder card, which essentially Is technically a credit card, but it acts like a debit card, so you won't spend money that you don't have, because I am terrified of debt. If you sign up using my referral code and then link it to your direct deposit, we will both get $100, which is kind of crazy. I've done it multiple times. I can say it does work. So check that out because I've been very impressed with them. I know that digital banking seems a little bit sketchy to people. It has been wonderful for me. It's been very reliable over the years. You can also get a regular debit card and like a virtual one. There's so many options on there, and like these savings pods where you can automatically put stuff into your savings and it makes like 4% APY. Enough of that. I'm not officially sponsored by them, but they are wonderful, so you should check them out and use my referral code. Okay, this is it. This is the big moment. You have to get off of this device. Hopefully, you're done with your task, whatever you were doing while watching this. And if not, I guess you could watch another one of mine if I have another one yet. This is new. This is a new channel. Or just watch this again. I love you. Get off of your phone and go live your life. Goodbye.